Ohayou gozaimasu. No,
It's
no.
just, it's
But
just,
just start it.
it's
Just
just
start it.
konnichiwa.
But it's not the morning.
Mush mush.
You're
We're
not
not on the
fucking
phone.
on the phone.
Well, Nick uses that. Mush mush.
All that Japanese training, you're still not talking it right.
Mush mush. Mush mush mush.
Forgive him. He's been drinking.
Jesus Christ, he had
No,
like
I don't
two
know what you're
sips.
talking about. Well, welcome to the Black and Yellow Talking Games podcast. I am your host, Blacktron, or just Dark AF. And then next to me is Lohizi, who's actually darker than me right now. What the hell's up with your lighting, bro?
You know, I don't have a proper what do you call them? A shader, I guess.
Yeah, I sure shit don't.
Yeah.
You need to stop it, Mark. Under me is the one that's always trying to caress my nipples is Marky Mark, made a cook. Stop. And next to him is Rakutsu, Nickelodeon himself. I think Nickelodeon's your name from now on. I like it.
I was say you've used that like every time for the past like 5.
Instead of
honestly.
Rakutsu as your like Twitter name, you should change it to Nick in caps Elodian.
Yeah, that's not at all gonna get me DCMA'd whenever I try to post something.
Whatever. Everything's
Someone
fine.
may
Dude.
cry. X, S. I don't know. Wait, that's DMs.
All right.
All right.
Well, we're here to talk about what makes a classic anime. Right? That's the
Yep.
Yeah.
cool. Okay.
Like what specific scenes or actions or
Traits, qualities.
you know, some tropes, if you will.
Is that really? That's a good question. What do you think?
The first thing that pops into my head is a festival of any kind, because they always do like winter festivals, like the Shrine Festival thing, or the school festivals. You know, UA Festival. That's classic thing, you know. So I really enjoy the festival stuff
Like you ate.
because we don't get that shit. we don't. We don't get that kind of shit here. Japan's fucking awesome just for having festivals. They have what do they do? They do a sports festival and like I think it's like the spring festival or whatever it is, right? Where they have like the bonfire outside.
cultural festival. Yeah.
Yeah, they have the bonfire outside, and it's like you get to dance with the girls. Like holy shit, they don't just have dances; they have to fucking dance next to a bonfire.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably a fire hazard thing here in America.
Nah.
You only live
Only in
once,
some
dude.
states. Yep.
It's funny though, cause like, I'm just kind of looking through. I decided to Google classic anime just for shits and giggles, and the few that came up I just didn't expect, but at the same time I did. Like Akira just being number one.
Yeah.
And
Of course.
it's just like, wow, there's no festivals there.
It's just one of the things that just you
Yeah.
know.
Like, so it's like Akira, Cowboy Bebop, Ghost in the Shell, Mobile Suit Gundam, Dragon Ball, Fist of the North Star, which I'm surprised that's there, and Trigun.
Oh no, that's super classic.
I think.
Yeah, man.
What? All right. So
I'm
just
surprised
from you,
that it's there versus all of these categories. I guess, like,
Just-
not categories, but these different series.
just from you saying all that stuff, it's just like if there's a male protagonist with like some crazy fucking hair, then that's a
Yes.
classic thing.
But Major in Ghost in the Shell doesn't have crazy hair. It's also not a
She
male
does?
protagonist.
She's all
He
like,
said if it's a male.
Wow.
If it's a male.
It did say male protagonist, and you know it just adheres to some
Sato doesn't have crazy hair.
genres. You know what, Mark? Shut the fuck up. all right?
I'm seeing some serious, major flaws in your theory.
Just you
I
know,
mean, it applies like 80-90% of the time.
listen, like Goku, man, come on. Like
I would say
classic crazy hair guy.
Convoluted ass transformation or power up scenes. Like the scenes that are the animation budget.
You mean like Sailor Moon?
Yeah,
Well,
no, like like shit. Well, yeah, that initially, but then like later on, it becomes shit like where you'll see a Gundam like preparing to fight, and like it does that fancy shit with the lens flare, and they have that shing sound, like shit, like the shit they turn into title cards, basically, like that pose at the end of the transformation or power up.
It's
Or-
funny
or
that
Goku full on
Catchphrases.
spit bomb someone,
Catchphrases
Oh, yeah.
during their supers.
it's
Yes.
funny that you mentioned that
naming their
'cause
attack.
I was talking to one of my coworkers recently about it, and he like mentioned that because he's watching Fist of the North Star, and he's like, yeah, you know, like it's kind of. I love how like they do these. They say all of their like moves before they do it, and then like it pops up on the screen. And I noticed how like Blood Blockade Battlefront, that they do it in a very intense way, where it's just like, oh, they say what they're gonna do, and then it's just like blast into the screen like the characters. It's like. I love it though. I love how intense it is. So
I love how they made fun of that in the first episode.
Oh
It's
yes.
like, you were totally talking over my attack. I don't know what you're talking about. And it's like 1,000 words on screen.
Yeah, it was just
That's
like
great.
3 characters trying to do their special at the same time. You never do that.
Yeah, you never do that.
Yeah, like it's. I think like any magical girl transformation show is like one of those shows that all of their animation budget is not actually there because it's the same thing over and over.
Yeah, no, I don't mean like the ones that they repeat.
Like Kill la
The
Kill
ones that
did
are,
that
like-
too.
I was gonna say Kill la Kill actually did both the transformation scenes and the attacks on screen as text.
Yep.
So I thought
There-
that was
there
really
is a magical girl show that did make different transformation sequences every single time.
What show was that?
Which one was that?
Madoka Magica.
Did they?
Oh.
I was gonna ask if it was Madoka.
It's like basically different every single time because they're in a different like.
That's true.
zone
They're always in a
fighting.
different area.
So there's
And
always
then
at least a
even
different background.
the bitch with like the 50,000 rifles behind her. The
Bitch
blonde
with
one.
50,000 rifles.
I can't remember her name because
Yeah.
I watched
Which
the
one?
show. Yeah, right.
Which one? There's multiple. What the fuck?
No.
Oh, God.
I think I know what Mark's getting at, but I don't want to spoil. But I was gonna say, Mark got me into watching that show in like a day, and he's like, his whole thing was this is not like a traditional magical girl, and yet I would still say Madoka Magica is a classic. It's a classic, not a classic magical girl show, but it's a classic because it's one of the things that's unique and pioneering. Just like I would say, 90% of Trigger stuff.
And Shaft.
And oh yeah, definitely Shaft.
To be honest, I didn't categorize Kill la Kill as a magical girl series until like 3 years later. Like,
Yeah.
I never looked at it that way.
Transformed.
I
from
know.
a
I
normal
just
school outfit to a
didn't-
power outfit.
Which was magical, basically.
And
well,
it's
the way
a
they
girl.
do it, it's a little, you know.
Literally magical girl.
Man,
I
you
think-
watched
The
so much
elastic
Magical Girl.
snapping, you know.
Yeah, the
Oh my
ability
God.
that they were able to toe the line this close to having a bullshit reason for the fan service to you know what, that actually kind of makes sense for the fan service. Like I remember a lot
Dude,
of
they had like
people-
bouncing boobs like as they were trying. You remember
Yeah.
that? It was just
Yeah,
like
again the snap thing, pow, where like the suspenders are like jiggling, like I can only imagine how many like just big titty strippers they like slapped around, and it's like, all right, and this is research.
oh, what's that one scene in Konosuba where
the
Mega Man
cat,
is like
yeah.
smacking? No, not that one. This is another
Oh.
one where like Mega Man is like slapping what's her name,
Wise,
Union or
Wise,
whatever.
Union.
Wise.
Yeah, just like
Oh,
smacking her
you're the
boobs like
first.
left and right. It was great. But that other scene you just mentioned was also a good
Yeah.
fit for that.
Where it's just
Um,
like, okay, Chinchin Maru. Oh, not Chinchin Maru. Chomosuke, just like playing. That
Oh
gif
my God.
is probably genuinely one of my favorite gifs ever.
And it's still the one thing is bringing us a bunch of traffic on our blog.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful.
Silly. Yeah, like when I look at this list, I'm surprised. Like, what other options are here? Because I feel that there are some that really should be on this list. Well, Pokemon, 100%. And where does Pokemon fit in all of this? Because like,
I would say shit from our childhood.
no. I mean like, what tropes? Like, where does it fit? Because like, when you look at Dragon Ball Z, there's also Dragon Ball Z. What's the Dragon Ball
The
Z? Pokemon,
unaging protagonist.
Digimon, and all those other series.
They have a term for that, where the protagonists don't age.
Well, I at least
Helps.com.
at least in Detective Conan, he had to go back.
yo.
You know,
Oh, I mentioned this in our other podcast, where you know how Crunchyroll had that graphic of their genres of the fall 2017 under
Yeah,
Detective Conan. It's like he's still 10.
it's only been 20 years, guys. Like,
he's still 10.
oh, and Fun fact: I am on episode 745
Of course you are.
out of 800 and something. I'm catching up. I'm so happy. And Mark's looking up something. What are you looking up, sir?
Nick said there's a word for the unaging protagonist, but
Yeah, it's a yeah. I'll look it up.
I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
there's
I
like
can't
a
find it.
scientific way of looking at that, right? Someone that doesn't age.
No, it's like it's
he's the Ash Ketchum. Ash Ketchum's just basically become
Catch
the
him.
trope.
Gotta catch 'em all.
They talk about it in Gintama, and I don't remember what it was called.
So, in for
We'll
all of
find it
us
later.
here, what's our like top 5 classics? Like, and I'll let Nick go first, just because he looks like he's ready.
All right. First off, just because.
Jojo.
Yep. Zero qualms about that. Yeah, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. It's a classic, and they redid it, and it's great. After that, I'd have to say Berserk, because it's just such a very fun, wild time of watching violence and action. 3 would probably be Dragon Ball Z, just because that's childhood right there. After that, Gundam
Dragon Ball
Wing.
Z? Not
Yeah.
Not
Ball?
Dragon Ball.
No, because the thing is, as a child, I watched Dragon Ball when I was younger, and then I actually didn't talk about it with my friends until like Dragon Ball Z rolled around, and then that's what I associate more with my childhood. Dragon Ball was something I watched. Dragon Ball Z was something I really enjoyed with friends.
Cool. And what was your
So-
last one?
JoJo's, Berserk, Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, you have 2 more.
No, I actually threw a 4th one out, and I've forgotten it now.
Fist of
Dragon
North
Ball
Star?
Z.
Gundam
Gundam Wing. Gundam Wing.
Gundam
Gundam
Wing.
Wing.
Oh, Gundam Wing.
And then the 5th one's a bit tricky,
Fist
but
of the
again,
North
for
Star?
classics. No, actually, I thought about it, and it's funny because I did say it, but I didn't watch it when I was younger, and I don't think that I really retained as much when I did watch it. So I'd have to say that the thing that really kicked to me as a classic would have to be goddamn motherfucking Outlaw
Mark?
Star.
Outlaw Star.
No more. Outlaw Star. And again, JoJo's, I realized I did watch
2
when I was
minutes.
a little bit older,
I'm giving you
but
2
yeah.
minutes right now. I want you to give me the plot of Outlaw Star.
The plot of Outlaw Star is a space cowboy who acts as a smuggler in a ship that for some reason has arms, using magical bullets, that tries to defend an AI girl as she is attacked and hunted by other bounty hunters, space pirates, and an evil, albeit not quite totalitarian dictatorship.
Wow.
There were 3 factions: outlaws, space pirates, and then the government. Main ones. They fought off. They would chase after them, and essentially she ended up obtaining both sapience as well as sentience, which is something that most people both either don't recognize as 2 separate things or mix up all the time.
Well then.
Outlaw Star was my shit, and I loved it.
I don't want to watch this, but this is not so familiar to me at all.
What?
Was it?
I know I watched it as a kid, but this somehow does not sound familiar to me at all.
Yeah,
Same. I know I didn't watch it though. I know I didn't.
Caster shells, grappler ships.
I just remember the layout of the ship. The main character was in the front.
Yeah.
There was like some bitch in the back in like a
Yeah,
tank
that's
or
the
something.
AI. That's the
And then there
AI
was like
that's
2
the
people
AI
over
girl.
here. That's all I remember.
Yes.
Some bitch in the back.
Some bitch in the
There's
back
3.
in a
There's
container.
actually there. Yeah, there's the 2 on the sides and then 1 in front of him.
She was like always
There was
naked.
his
That's-
partner-
I remember that.
Driver.
Yes, there was his partner.
It was an elf cat lady,
which is a
right?
Kid.
Thing.
Yes.
Elf cat
Um,
lady.
Yeah, and she
Kind
was
of like elf ears and a cat tail.
Yes, she was a cat lady, and the whole thing was essentially she was retarded levels of strong, and then there was a Japanese assassin who he beat by stripping her naked.
All right.
He took away her the sash for her kimono, so it's like, well, if you want to kill me, you're gonna have to drop your clothes. And she's like, "You're a piece of shit." Yeah, I know, but I get to live. And she's like, "You're still a piece of shit."
Yeah. So top 5 for Aloha.
This is too hard, man.
It's not hard. You got this, fam.
It is hard. I'm probably in like no particular order. Dragon Ball, Yu Yu Hakusho,
I forgot you.
Oh my God, Yu Yu Hakusho.
That's the one I forgot.
I'm
To be
looking
fair,
and
we were
it's
like
like
2 when it came out.
like
I'm talking about.
I
I watched it in
wanna
middle school.
I want to
That's
say
not
It came
Trigun.
out
Like this.
very early.
Trigun is another one. Trigun's
I-
another one that I actually really
I
like.
want to say Trigun, but I don't like. It's
Remember it?
one of those. It was one of those shows where I just watched when it was on, and I don't know if I like followed it correctly. I probably did, and I just don't remember.
Do you
But
remember everyone dying and being sad?
man, that was some
Spoilers,
hella
yes.
spoilers,
Spoiler
dude.
alert for a show
Holy
that came out like 20 years
shit.
ago. That's kind of the. It's not the actual ending, but that's practically the ending. Is everyone dies and/or is really sad.
Right.
All right.
It does not end happy.
So you said Trigon, Yu Yu Hakusho,
Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball.
I'm just
surprised-
gonna throw this out there. I think Gundam Iron Blooded Orphans is like
Yes.
into a classic right now.
Mhm.
Like it's
No,
totally
I love
into
it.
a classic. Like if people
I
aren't
need to
watching
watch it
that's too
then.
bad.
That's my. It's
Um,
my favorite. It's my favorite one.
Something
It's
that's
amazing.
like holy shit.
I'm surprised you didn't say Initial D or Haikyuu.
I don't want to say Haikyuu just because of the fact that it is a sports anime. Like I wouldn't consider it. It's probably like the best sports anime I've ever seen, but I wouldn't consider it a classic. I don't think. Not yet.
The best
Now, why is
sports
that?
anime of all time.
Yeah, and you're not a classic. I have to ask you why, because I'm not trying to get on you about it, because I just know you and Kenny.
I think
You.
like my perception of classic and like Haikyuu, they do not equal each other. Like like classic means you'll remember it always. Like you can just watch it anytime and be like, yeah, this is it. Like yeah, I could probably do that, but I don't know if it's classic yet. Like it's so recent. It's 2015 the first season, I think, right?
What?
Haikyuu is not.
Holy
no, it's
shit.
2014
Like,
actually.
Yeah, it was
I thought
late.
it was like 2010.
it was-
So it's the
I think
same
it was-
age as Iron Blooded Orphans.
It's fall 2014, yeah.
Holy
And
fuck.
it's a thing where I don't think it gets enough praise. It's like just like Iron Blooded Orphans, but like it's I think I don't know. I can't take sports and put it as classic. I'll put it as a classic sports anime.
Okay.
But like I
Fair
don't
enough.
want to put it. I don't want to put it in the generalization of
What other
classic.
things does it have to compete against? What, Prince of Tennis and like
holy shit, Prince Tennis is so bad.
Prince of Tennis and like
But
Slam
I think
Dunk?
Haikyuu and Kodoko's Basket is like the top, and then there's like Hajime no Ippo was really good. And what's the other one? What's the baseball one? Ace of the Diamond.
Yeah.
That one was really good to me.
Okay.
I hated the protagonist, but it's okay.
I
it
feel
was-
like
it
a
was
lot of people would argue that like Hajime no Ippo is like one of the best.
Hajime no Ippo was like one of the probably the longest running mangas, like next to One
It's
Piece.
still up there. I
Yep.
think
Oh
it's,
god.
if it's still running, it is the longest. Unless
Yep.
there's wait, no. There's probably like one of those really old shitty ones that are still around. You know what I'm talking about? Those like ones from like the 50s that are
Oh,
really
yeah,
god
yeah.
awful.
Oh god. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. No, there are ones like that are still running. I'm like, what the fuck?
Where are you running to, bro?
I don't know.
All right.
Uh,
Is that it
right,
for
so
you? Or?
I have one more. Like if I don't put Haikyuu there, then it has to be like, oh god, like what do I even
Naruto?
say? I don't know if I would call it a classic. It's because like I didn't enjoy Naruto like I thought I would. Like in the beginning, like it was okay, and you know everybody knows like what did we say before? We said skip all that shit before tuning exams. Like you don't need any of that shit. And then just like just go straight to tuning exams. That's when it got good.
So I love how Gintama made fun of that, and I didn't realize it until I watched some Naruto again.
You make a good point though, because I feel the same way about Bleach. Like I really love Bleach until the fillers and like everything after Aizen. It's just like, why did I watch that?
I was gonna say up till Soul Society, it was amazing, and I don't think.
Oh
anyone
yeah,
did-
Hakamundo is like not good either.
That was alright.
I think I would put Lupin just for like the childhood thing because that was
That's
a
a good
really it's more nostalgia for me.
And
like,
you
to
can
call
kind
it
of
a
pick it up
classic.
wherever. You don't have to like stay current. You could just be
Yeah,
like,
it's a
I feel like watching
it's-
this and it's good.
it's a Conan thing, like for real. It's like it's just one specific thing happening in that one episode, unless it's like a trilogy or whatever the fuck, where it's like 3 episodes, like parts put together and shit. But yeah,
And
those
that's
are
why
probably
they
my
worked
5.
really
And
well
then-
together.
And yeah,
Conan
and
Lupin.
Haikyuu's really high up there, really, really high up. Like I know it's not in the top 5 of classic right now because I don't know. I just have a weird perception of classic. And
Okay.
Haikyuu is getting to be timeless for me because I know I've watched it 3 times already, and I know I can watch it again and again and again,
Hmm.
and still have the same emotions
It's
watching it.
quality,
Yeah.
100%. So Marky Mark, batter up.
All right, he's
I'm
gonna
gonna with
bring
you
out.
Aloha with Yu Yu Hakusho.
Hey.
Yeah, buddy.
Rurouni Kenshin, also it's a classic.
God
Ah,
damn it!
damn.
I wanted to say it and be like,
How did I
"Hey,
miss that
everyone,
one?
come on."
Come on, guys.
That's a
Like,
good
how can
one.
you forget that? That was like literally my childhood. Right there.
I preferred Samurai X for the movies when like he would
You
actually
shut your mouth. Go ahead, Mark.
because I liked him murdering people.
Dragon Ball, like Dragon Ball, not Dragon Ball Z,
Yeah.
because like I watched that when I was a kid. Like I think I first got into that back in 5th grade, or 4th grade,
I
and
can
like it was
never
just
look at that as a classic for me. Dragon Ball Z, I mean, because like the only thing about Dragon Ball Z that's a classic for me is the Cell Saga, and everything else is like ass. That's
Yeah.
me. That's me.
but like all of Dragon Ball, like I can watch it and be like, man, this shit's awesome. But also, it's probably mostly nostalgia because like I watched it when I was a kid, like 5th grader, 4th grader,
Yeah.
and I'm watching another kid beat the shit out of everyone else. It's like, hey.
You feel a little empowered after that. Like, oh yeah, I
Yeah.
can beat up people now.
That's an interesting way to say that.
But to say that's a very yeah.
What was that 3 things I said?
Yeah.
Huh. I don't really know like 2 more because like I'm mostly really got into anime late and I haven't really watched like older series that are actually that other people consider classics.
Oh.
Uh,
Mark, what's your number 1 rom com?
It's not really rom com though.
All right.
Airline April. It's
School of
literally
Life.
becoming a
No,
classic.
it's not School of Life. Slice of Life. What is my life?
Airline April.
Your line
It's
April.
really recent, but it's becoming a classic because so many people watch it and it just hits them with feels
Especially
so
since
much.
it's on Netflix now. Yep.
It's on Netflix now.
Yep.
Yeah,
It's
dude,
been on
it's-
Netflix
oh.
for
It's the
like the
dub
beginning of
though.
this year, I think. Yeah.
Boo.
Yeah.
It's not that bad,
Um,
from what I heard.
and the other one I was thinking, I want to look up when it came out. It came out in 2011. Madoka Magica.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Nagi no Asukara.
Is.
Madoka
That was a good
Like,
series.
I don't think you can call Madoka Magica a classic, but it definitely is.
I
it's
think
a masterpiece.
Shadley will put that up there because he loves that series too.
It's a masterpiece. It's not like the iconic like magical girl show like Sailor Moon.
But it's still like iconic to some people because
Yeah.
it's like it was the resurgence of magical girls. I think that's what it is for people.
Yeah.
Um,
And then my hidden sixth one, Big Order.
Holy shit!
All right, guys,
Wow.
we're now looking for a 4th contributor to Lucky
So-
Otaku Gamers.
for me, I will say number 1 obviously is Case Closed, Detective Conan. You should know by now.
Still
This
10.
is me. And Roni Kenshin would be up there too. Tenchi Muyo. Let's see. I think for me, Tenchi Muyo is just one of those series that stuck around for way too long for me. I liked it a little more than I should have.
Titties, that's why.
It is nice. I can't really think of anything else from way back. Like, Yu Yu Hakusho's up there, so I guess I'll put that as my 3rd. And fuck, is that it?
I mean,
it's
yeah,
hard
4.
for me. Yeah. I think
No, just stole all the rest.
I think my issue is I probably pick something that's a little more recent.
Which is fine.
Is it though?
Yeah. Well, here. All right. So if you don't have one, then.
Oh no,
I'll
I'm gonna
transition.
say it.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah. Go.
my last 2, and because they're probably the most general shit that anyone else would say, but Samurai Shampoo and Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah, I didn't want to mention those two, to be honest. Like it was like floating around in my head, but it's like they are like definite classes. I think to like to anybody who's been around that
Do
long.
you
It's
know
like
that he's making another series with Bones?
yes, I do know.
Yes.
Mhm.
And did
Yeah,
you
I think
know
mentioned
that
it the other
it's
day.
music related?
Yes, I
I
do
did
know.
not know it was music.
Ooh,
Oh.
That's
I'm
good.
gonna love
Well, I
that.
would say Mark's the music guy right there.
Well,
Also,
he
fun
also
fact: I've never actually watched Cowboy Bebop in its entirety.
I
Really?
have, but it's been so long that I don't remember half of it. So one day I will
Man.
like sit down and watch all of it.
I watched
Yo,
bits
If
and
there's
pieces
no
of it
drug
when-
fueled corgi, I riot.
BAYOG rewatches Cowboy Bebop.
We should do that.
I know,
So
right?
we could do that in Rabbit. Like we could get like a whole bunch of people to like come in and hang out with us and watch anime together. That's always an idea. We could throw that out there. So what else is gonna say? Oh yeah, so Samurai Shampoo is music based, as much
Yep.
as it doesn't seem like it. Like
It's
each
very
episode is
fancy and rhythmic.
yeah, each episode is actually like a side of like it's part of a mixtape. So it's like I think it's like tape 1 or track 1, and then like there's side 2, which is like the middle part of the series, like the second core.
Yep.
So like the whole thing is straight up like music, but it's more like hip hop and obviously with new jobbies and all that shit. So yeah, I look forward to whatever the fuck they do. Plus, it's my favorite studio, Bones.
Wait, hold on. This just popped in my head. Afro Samurai.
Yes.
I wouldn't call it a classic.
I
But
wouldn't call it
that's
classic
me.
either. I was just it just
I
like emerged.
if they didn't do a second one, I'd say yes.
Damn,
The
got
second
'em.
one was so mediocre, it really detracted. Because the first one, you had Samuel L. Jackson, Ron Perlman, and just really good animation, really good music, really good everything. It was very good.
That
And it would have
violence.
been a very good movie.
That gore.
Yeah.
So
Super good.
with everything that we just went over, and we didn't use a lot of the series that are like big right now, except like Iron-Blooded Orphans, and like talked about Haikyuu and stuff. So like, what shows that we've seen in the last 2 to 3 years do you think is gonna make it to that classic list in the next few years?
Ooh.
Iron-Blooded Orphans is probably like I know Loha mentioned that, and I definitely think that that's gonna be on there because I think you commented how not a lot of people are taking its side, but I don't think so. I think a lot of people are saying it's like the best Gundam, which
Yeah,
is just
yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
shocking.
it's literally like in
What?
Japan, the #1 Gundam series.
Oh yeah,
No, wait, didn't I post that poll like Crunchyroll had about
oh yeah,
it
yeah,
being,
yeah.
like,
You did, yeah.
yeah.
It was #1, right? Or was it 6?
I
Somewhere in
have-
the top.
It was
That was number
it was
one.
definitely in like the top 5 or some shit. I don't remember.
I think the
I
only
might
the
have to
only
watch it.
Oh, you should. I recommend it highly to both of you. It was fantastic.
I didn't watch
The
it.
ending was amazing. I think everything wrapped up perfectly. I think
So
the whole
outside of
thing was
Iron-Blooded Orphan, what else would you think? I would say right now, I think, I because I never watched Full Metal Alchemist the original, I will say that Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is instant classic, and I think that is like so high up my list of like best anime
I
I've ever
think-
watched.
It's definitely one of those things where it's like it's beyond like fantasy and like there's like a little bit of sci-fi in there. It's something to keep very like what's the word, like present, like keep its presence known.
You better watch that
Yes.
shit, boy. Isn't it like? And the reason why I mention it is because I feel like it's not like as old as I thought. I think it's only like 2012 it came out. Like
It's a couple years
2011?
old.
yeah, like it's not that old, as much as like the first series was way back.
It
Yeah.
is.
I'd had to like fact check.
Brotherhood
which-
as
2009.
2009.
Yeah, it's still pretty early. That's like
Yeah.
us leaving high school and stuff. Yeah, so like that one, if I had to think of any other series that's like new, like there's always that one show you watch, like of each year that you're like, oh my god, this is like the
One Punch
anime
Man.
we're gonna talk about, huh?
One
One Punch Man.
For 2015, I think One Punch Man was.
It's
the
gonna
big
take
anime
the
of the
slot
year.
of like in terms of like classics for the next generation. It's gonna take the slot of like Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, probably.
And
I think-
actually, no.
that's
What
if season 2 is good.
Yeah.
I
I
was
think-
going to ask you guys on, and I'm surprised you didn't chime in on, was My Hero Academia.
I mean, we were saving that for last, to be honest.
Oh, well, thank you for letting me know, guys. Appreciate that.
Dude, we put it in the Discord chat. Did you not
No,
read?
it was
Fuck you.
It's
You all
nicknamed
know.
the moon.
No, it's the thing of that, like, My Hero Academia is like, it's it's bound to be a classic. Like, there's no way. There's no way it's not gonna be, because it's like it's the new shonen. Like,
You don't
you know,
become a
before
top 3 of Shonen Jump and get forgotten, except
exactly.
Bleach.
You know, nobody cares about.
Except Bleach.
That
Holy
was
shit.
like the greatest, saltiest comment I've ever heard from Kenny right there.
All right, nobody cares about Boruto. Black Clover is just starting up, and it just doesn't matter right now. So, essentially, My Hero Academia takes the spotlight for classic shonen at the moment.
It
Oh, yeah.
is the best shonen series of this year. And
past
of
couple
last year.
And of all years to come.
And
Amen.
for me, I think Black Clover will really step up eventually. It's just that it's taking
Yep.
so damn long. Like, I started reading the
fucking
manga, I
hate
got
it.
to like chapter 9, and I was like, yo, shit ramps up so fast.
Yeah.
But yet, in the fucking anime, you're only on, like, if you're watching currently, it is only on chapter 4 in the
Yeah,
manga.
because
Like, that's insane.
they're doing 50 episodes, right? Some shit like that, right?
Yeah, something like that.
51, I see on my anime
But there's
list.
150 chapters.
And it's fucking insane. So that means there should be 2 chapters per episode. So that means we should be catching, I don't know, something like that.
And it's funny because, like, when I read the chapter that this last episode is based on, it's like they just fluffed the shit out of it. Like, they added so much unnecessary stuff to, like, lengthen the time so that they wouldn't have to go to, like, to do, like, 2 different stories in one episode. It's like, why are you like this? Please.
Let me go blame the director. Hold on.
It's not just the the director, he has other issues with Asta, but that's a whole nother story. But it's Studio Period, I believe. I believe that's the studio for that anime. And they have had similar issues with Naruto and everything else that they've done. Even Tokyo Ghoul, that's one that they've done too. So I'm not too surprised.
Alright, this is like his first legit big gig, I think.
Yet, there are scenes that are really good. Like, some of the times where Asta's being a badass, it's cool. I like
Yeah.
it.
It's like whatever. It's like the end of episode 3 or not 3, 4.
When he goes, like, apeshit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, it's hard. And, like, I'd love Black Clover to be something really good, because, like, I held off from reading the manga because I knew the anime was coming out. Now I'm being punished for it. Like, what is this?
It's like, why do you do this, guys? Just please, just do it right.
So, like, from 2015, we have One Punch Man. I think for 2014, the only thing I can really think of was Kill la Kill at the time. I don't know what else is out, but
Wait, before you start going back, I think Mob Psycho deserves to be up there too. To be
no,
honest.
it's 2016 for me. That's for me.
Yeah.
Oh wait, it's so hard because ReZero's there too.
I know, but like if you're talking like this kind of like Mob Psycho is unlike any other anime. To be honest, it deserves so much more than it got.
But ReZero, like,
I know. Like ReZero's a thing, but it's like what happened with ReZero is that it got hype behind it, and then like the hype really just like drove it home. But then like it became so much more than the hype after that.
this is gonna cause arguments, or not. Erased should be a classic.
I agree.
I did love Erased.
Erased is a series that will age well. We can go like years and years in the future. You can still offer it to someone; they'll still find like brilliance in it. Like
For sure.
it's a very quality anime. It's just the issue with it is its lack of suspects and all the other bullshit that comes along the end of the series.
Yeah.
But like,
But it does like go through some very real themes.
and as a cinematic experience, it's just good.
Yeah.
In my opinion. So yes, I
Like
believe.
honestly, like things that have like real themes like that are like actually thought provoking and like make you think and stop and like wonder about life. It's though that's one of the traits I see that would make something like a classic.
And
Like Psychopaths.
that's the issue about 2016. ReZero, Erased, Mob Psycho, all that shit in 1 year. You're on Ice is not a classic. Fuck you.
I mean,
For anyone
I
that thinks
understand
that. I know that there's people out there that are like, Yo, but Yuri on Ice. Why you guys not talking about Yuri on Ice? It's trash. It's trash. Okay. And
Laurel, you
Psychopaths
said
is definitely a classic.
Definitely. At least the first season.
Cause I feel. See, there's an issue. Season 2 makes you think it's not that much of a classic, but
Yeah.
the movie was good too. So it's like, can we forget season 2? No, because there wouldn't be a movie if it wasn't for season 2. So, but the thing is that the creator of Psychopaths, he's very good at making series that end without sequels. He made Madoka Magica as well, and his thing is like, he leaves the whole like, you make your conclusions. You know, I don't need to make a sequel for you to get more of this. Like, do it up here. And I like directors like that and creators.
They make you think.
Yeah, exactly. And Psychopaths is a very good series for that to happen because Kogami was like, you know, he killed someone and he just dipped. You see him with this book and you're like, oh, what is he going to do? What's going to happen to Civil System? You know, this and that. Oh my god, I just spoiled the end of the movie. That movie, this series. But you know what I mean. It came out, what, 2013
Oh my
or
god,
something?
it came
out a while ago.
I feel so bad.
It's okay. These guys didn't watch it until a couple of years later, and then they were, yeah.
Yeah, but I can
told you all this
agree with
good
everything we
stuff.
talked about.
No, definitely. Let's see.
What about, and I'm gonna tell you my answer straight up. I say no, but because of its like where it is in the community, and for the people that don't watch anime like we do, like seasonal, the like American audience, Attack on Titan would be their classic, but I don't think it's.
Oh yeah.
No.
Oh, I think. Oh god, it's one of those things where it's like a brand new idea, and that's why people would enjoy it so much. And then like the twist that they throw in that like you said, people that don't watch anime seasonal like we do, like they don't expect to see these types of things.
Yeah.
Also, the fact that between season 1 and 2 was like 5
4
freaking
years.
years.
Yeah.
5? Was it 5? I thought it was only 4.
4 or 5, somewhere like that. Now I can only wait like another 4 years for season 3.
I thought you meant in anime time. I was like, no, it wasn't, and I was like, oh no, that's not what he's talking about.
And it's funny because I think that
Sorry.
that Wit Studios is just very good at what they do, and like Attack on Titan is a great example of this. Like their animation is like very high quality. There's a lot of great stuff that they do with it, and all of the cool things that they do with the whatever the maneuver gear, whatever they're
3D
called.
maneuvering gear.
Yeah, like it's super cool, and they can even pull some of that off in Cabaneri, pull some of that off in High School of the Dead. You know, except for the boob physics, but that's a whole nother story.
Christ, bro.
Between the titties.
Yes. So, like, and for me to see something like Ancient Magus Bride being made by them, I wonder if this series is going to be a classic. I don't know. It's funny because we watched it and I said, I think this is a little overhyped. And then we watched the new episode and I was like, okay, I said nothing.
I'm so
It's
behind
deserved.
on all my shows.
It's deserved.
I haven't started it, but I have a friend telling me I've made poor life decisions by not watching it.
It's
Yeah,
good.
Well, I mean, we tell you you've made poor life decisions all the time.
No, not you guys. It was someone else.
I mean,
Yeah, but I'm saying we tell you.
you make some poor life decisions as well.
Yeah,
I know.
Nick, you never make it on
What
time.
was that show you watched last season?
All of
NTR
them? All of them?
My point
Jesus.
exactly.
Hey,
Oh
man.
my god.
Hey, man.
Last season was... No, me. Last season, I wanted last season to be good.
Yeah,
I dug through a mountain of shit, and what did I come out with at the end?
a giant turd.
I just sat in the shit. I was like, okay, this is my life.
Mark's like, yeah, everything is fine.
I'm still watching 13 right now. So,
That's
Um,
impressive. I'm on 10.
and I am
The
caught
series?
up with all of them.
That's impressive.
Yeah, I'm a slow catch up on like 7 or 8, I
I'm
think.
watching like 5. I
Yeah.
think
So, what about 2017? I
As a
think
whole?
me and Mark,
This year.
the only series, I'm not sure if he's gonna agree with me or not. The only series I could say would be potentially be a classic is Recreators. The only one that I could think of. If we look at Haikyuu as being a classic, then Welcome to the Ballroom will probably be one too.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. What the fuck came out this year, bro?
Wow, Mark, why you copied me?
What else came out this year? I'm
Uh,
thinking, sorry. What else came out this year?
you
I'm looking
know,
it up right now.
2017 wasn't bad, but 2016 was
There's all
definitely way
sequels.
better.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard because like My Hero still is pretty high up there, and what else? I know there was another series that you really liked, Mark, and I couldn't remember what it was.
Made in Abyss.
Oh, there you go, and that's really high up on my
Oh.
anime list.
I don't know if you can call it a classic though, because like the show leaves a lot unanswered at the end, and you want more, and we don't know the likelihood for season 2. So
No season 2 for you.
it, I feel like it was just mostly just advertisement for the light novel or manga, whatever it
I
came
do
from.
want to make this point, and this may stray a bit off topic, but I just wish there were more shows like Blood Blockade Battlefront that gave me exactly what I wanted out of a sequel. Like literally, like they just
Konosuba.
took my things, and they were like, "Hey, we should take all these things he wants and put them into a series," and they did, cause like they gave all this like screen time to Steven, Chain,
Chain.
and
Even,
the
the
butler.
butler.
That was
Yeah,
so
even the
cool. I'm just like, why?
Oh wait, shit! I only watched half that episode. I forgot about that. Fuck.
But dude, it gets crazy, and I'm just so happy about that. And you make a good point, Konosuba. Was Konosuba 2017 or was it 2016?
2016.
Okay,
Well,
the
season
line
one was
is blurring.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
season 1 was 2016, and then season 2 was.
Wasn't it 2017? It was like
I
January.
thought it
this
was
year, right?
like
Season 2 was 2017.
Yeah.
yeah.
Was it?
So it came out right in the beginning. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So we got 2 really good sequels. Oh, 3. My Hero. What am I thinking?
Zero.
ReZero last year.
I don't think anything else from this year really stood out that because we all know the summer was absolutely shit.
Mm-hmm.
Suki
I can't just it. I cannot
All
justify it.
right, that's like, man, Mark. I don't know. What do you think? It's like I know how good it is. I know, but it's like, is it a classic though? It has the festival. You know?
I've yet to see like a romance be called a classic. That's the thing.
Yeah, that like would it hold its ground?
Um,
Everything.
I mean, I feel like it can. I feel like it will age well. Like I feel like someone can watch it like a couple years down the line.
I think I think if I showed that anime to like my 10-year-old child or something, and then they watched it and then they cried or some shit like that, I'll be like, yes, classic.
Yeah,
Also,
it's
and I
too
feel
early to
like
tell for that show.
Yeah.
there's one thing we haven't talked about yet that I think should be talked about.
What?
Films.
AIDS.
Ooh.
Kimi no Nawa, Your Name, A Silent Voice. These movies came out of nowhere, and I can easily say those 2 are classics. I think Kimi no Nawa is going to stick around for an extremely long time, and when A Silent Voice gets more people watching, it will be up there too. And it's actually number 11 now on my anime list, so it's like slowly getting up there. But
Ooh.
man, that was a great movie. Even though the
Mhm.
the manga is more informative, which happens a lot, I still gave it a 9. So, yeah, those are just things to think about because like, I think that it's like wrong to like not even look at them as like classics because Kimi no Nawa, for it to get like Ghibli numbers and surpass Ghibli, it's gonna stick around for an extremely long time. Also, Made in Abyss is number 18 on my anime list.
Damn, really?
Yeah,
Ha!
top anime.
Nice.
Not
That's
higher than
so
Haikyuu
high.
season 3.
Very true.
Let me have my moment.
Yeah, for And even Violet Evergarden is like super high too, even though it's not even out yet. Like what the hell? It's number 24 right now.
3,
What?
4, 5, 6.
Code
I'm
Geass,
angry.
number
I'm
17.
angry. Only 6 entries for Gintama in
Shut
the top.
up, you fanboy.
Well then.
Alright.
You call me
Oh,
up,
I
Cody.
didn't know it was that many. I did not think it was gonna be that many.
All 3
Fuck.
seasons of Haikyuu are in the top 50.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, like they're very up there, and you know a lot of people that are very critical still think it's one of the highest like rated anime.
Oh,
out
I'm a
there.
piece of shit for not mentioning this. GTO is a classic.
Yeah.
I'm surprised
yeah.
you didn't put that in your top 5, motherfucker.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
brain like totally flopped, to be honest, because like I was looking at my already watched, and GTO's on my watching list.
Oh.
Why? Because you're
For some
rewatching.
reason.
Yeah, I'm rewatching it.
So did you put it on your rewatching
I
list?
gotta update. I gotta
There's a
update my
rewatching
list.
This is a rewatching list.
Oh shit, that's dope. All right.
I gotta update my list so bad.
My list's like 3
Actually-
years old.
Also, I lied. I think there's more because I didn't count the movie. Anyway, Steins Gate is another good one. Christian, he mentioned that to me. He mentioned that to me when I took him to the airport. He's like, I still need to watch that. I'm like, you really should. This is very good. I think
Because
that
I
it's,
the one that told you to watch it?
yes, you were.
Steins Gate is something I watched recently too. I watched Haikyuu season 1 and 2 and Steins Gate in one
Yeah,
season.
Steins Gate's.
And
Have you watched the
Gate
movie?
is good.
The Steins Gate movie. Have you watched
Yeah,
it?
oh yeah, you need to watch the movie, dude.
So I watched the OVA and the movie. It was so good.
Nice.
Can you
Right.
believe me? Because I'm not. I'm lying.
Hey, you can
Mark
have
hates
this.
me forever.
It's Putons. I never
Oh,
give it back to
Pluton
him.
stuff? Oh, yeah, you'll just give it to me.
Yeah.
I'll take all of Pluton stuff. He
I
doesn't
forgot
deserve
to
it.
give it to him when he was here. I was like, oh shit, because it was like buried under my books.
Is the OVA in there too, or just that?
No, it's just a movie, I think.
I'd
Pretty
be
sure.
hopeful if that was the case. Yeah. Actually, another movie I watched recently, Paprika. Paprika is also very good, and it was on the list of classic anime on Google, and I think it's very true. I think Paprika is a classic, and if Inception never happened, I think people would be like, dude, what is this? This is crazy. Oh my god, I never seen anything like this. Even though Paprika came out before Inception, like 4 or 5 years before. So, someone was going to someone's dreams and taking their idea and putting it into a U.S. movie.
Right.
It all makes sense.
Hell yeah.
Plus, it's Satoshi-kun who made it, and he is brilliant. Even though he's no longer with us. Unfortunate. R.I.P. So yeah, if you haven't watched Paprika, that is a fucking fun time.
Like the spice.
It gets weird, but it's very good. Fucking Death Note's on here. Would you put that in as a classic?
Yes.
I hate Death Note.
Unfortunately, yes.
I wouldn't.
You
It's
know why I
like-
wouldn't? Because Nier.
You know why? The damn movie.
Nobody's talking about the movie.
No, but I'm saying that fucking
It's just
pisses
show.
on it. It pisses on it.
The movie was very good. I think it was very well produced. I think the guy that played L was really good. He was actually good.
Sorry, what? I
Wait,
had a
which movie?
stroke.
Netflix
I
You
movie?
had
talking
a
about
stroke.
Death Note movie?
Yeah, I had a
Um,
stroke.
Netflix one?
Sorry, what?
Yeah. I think
Yeah,
the guy
no,
that played Light Turner was really good. You know, he played this really edgy light that we really needed, and then he had this like love interest that was really great. You know,
You guys read my opinion on the Netflix one, right?
yeah, dude.
How they can make it better?
Dude, but it's good the way it is. I think it's like
Shut
quality.
up!
No, Kenny, you read my article, right? You
I
read
did.
how
Jesus
I think they can make it better.
I
They can make it better by making a sequel.
I hate you for
Because
doing
they
this.
literally laid the foundation for what could be a good show.
Oh god, you had a straight face for about 30 seconds, and then you fucking lost it. And I was
Me?
like, you're a piece of shit.
Talking
Yeah,
about me?
you. Yeah.
I'm serious though. To make a sequel, it'll be better.
Can we stop,
Yeah, we can.
please?
We can. Holy
I
shit.
wanted to do chores and a paper. Now I'm gonna be doing wild turkey because of you.
Is that like?
Alright.
Wait, is that like a thing? Wild turkey, like something you
Yeah.
do? I'm gonna go do wild turkey.
It's
like,
bourbon.
okay, I thought like wild turkey is like.
We are not sponsored by Wild Turkey, but by all means, gentlemen who make this fine liquor, send me some.
No, don't do that.
Do that.
Don't do
He
that.
has enough alcohol. We're fine.
Yeah. No.
If you've watched this podcast, you know that
You're
I need more.
secretly gonna get sued by Nick if you provide him his need for alcoholism.
Well done.
Don't be an enabler.
Don't be that guy. So if we're looking at like, one thing that we talked about was briefly was like My Hero and stuff, and Naruto, right? But out of all these damn shonen series, which one's actually a classic? Is any of them? Because I guess One Piece would be. Like it's that series everyone like must love because it's been this long.
I'm gonna like when when
I read it now. It's not bad.
When I have a kid and he's able to understand and talk English or whatever, I'm just gonna give him the One Piece and be like, here, take it.
And then he's
Enjoy
gonna
this
go,
for the rest of your life.
It's an experience, dude.
You know
20
what that
years
is?
old too.
That's the otaku equivalent of, hey, I'm gonna just go out and get a pack of smokes. It's, oh, here, just keep yourself busy and read OneNote. I'll see you when you're done. Just like
One Piece.
fucking leave the kids. Or what did I say?
OneNote.
One Piece.
I wasn't gonna say anything. I was just gonna let him go.
I will say this.
Read this Microsoft product.
Yeah, I know. That's why.
No, I have my notes in OneNote, and I'm looking at now, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Wow.
anyway, give him just One Piece and just be like, all right, I'll be back when you're done reading that, son. And then just like,
It's always great
Can't
when
be dad.
like if you have like any like younger family members or whatever and you see them like watching anime, it's always like, oh, you're watching this, that's cute, you know, like
it's
my little cousin was watching Naruto and she was watching the tuning exams and I was like, oh shit, what you about to see? Oh fuck, this fight's good. And she's
About
like,
to
"Get
see the
fuck out."
boy Rock Lee about to get his fucking licks in.
my brothers were watching something the other day, and like it's great because my I don't remember what it was, but then my younger brother, who's 12, which is like perfectly within reason at this point. He's older, but he's still like has that mentality of, oh, there's some things I shouldn't watch, and I know I shouldn't watch them, but I watched them anyway. So he made a reference to Konosuba,
Oh god.
and I just looked at him and I'm like, oh, where's that from, buddy? And he's like, an anime. I'm like, oh, really? And of course, as Kenny alluded to in the beginning, literally, the reference was to Chunshin Maru. And I'm like, oh, this is great. Because literally, that's the number one thing I've posted out there. So I know a shit ton about this show and this particular topic. So I just like vomit out all these like details. And he's like, oh, fuck, I've been busted. Because I definitely shouldn't be watching something that ecchi. And I'm just like, Andrew.
But
so
we
tell me more
watched a
about
bunch
this.
of ecchi shit when we were younger. Let's be
Oh
real.
yeah, but it's so fun to fuck with him about it.
Yeah.
It's so fun because he just got really quiet and started sweating, and he had like this escapist eyes. He's like,
Knees
"How the
weak,
fuck do I get out of
bones.
this awkward ass conversation?"
But I mean, real talk. There's a lot more ecchi shows, and
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Something.
no, absolutely. But it's still
Yeah,
funny
you know, like
because
that
it's
that one
catching
show
him.
Nick watched last season.
Hajime
show I
no
watched
Gal.
Yeah.
Go
last
read
season.
that article because again, it literally starts 3 seconds in, 7 frames, the booty.
I've mentioned this before, but one of my first series that I read were Chobits, Inuyasha, and like Dragon Ball, and like I saw dicks in Dragon Ball. I saw
Balls in
Bulma
Dragon
too.
Ball.
Bulma a lot.
Titties.
Inuyasha, you see titties all over the place. And Chobits,
the
there was
demon
like
titties.
some weird stuff. I couldn't tell you. It's just one of those things you kind of had to experience, especially at a young age, in order for you to really like figure out where you are in this world.
Yeah, have your children read and or watch it at a young age.
They will
Yeah,
grow to
existential
be
crises.
great people, 100%.
They'll grow up to be podcasters and YouTubers who will go out, write articles, and hang out with friends. We're all really perfectly fine, well-adjusted human beings.
Cheers to that.
You fucking.
I hit the camera.
Yeah.
Well, alright, guys. We're going to end it here. It was a great time, shooting the shit,
was
talking about
amazing.
classics and stuff. It was fun. But you should totally check out our blog, blackandYellowTacoGamers.com. And also, if you are watching this on YouTube, you can also listen to this on iTunes and Google Play Music and SoundCloud. So definitely check that out. And thank you so much for checking all that out. If you already do and you're subscribed and all that cool stuff, great. See
You're
you
fucking
next week.
amazing.
Later.
Bow.